Today we're taking a look at the Tonor TC40 RGB Light Microphone. Now, this comes with a lot of different things, which you can tell by the giant package, so let's open it up and see what it comes with. And for full transparency, they did send me this microphone for free. However, I'm not being paid for this review, and all of the opinions are completely my own. There's a lot here, so let's see what we got. So we got, of course, the manual, which actually has colored pictures, which I'm not used to seeing that. You got part of the mic arm. This is like the stand for it, so it can clasp onto things. You've got the mic arm itself, and then you have the microphone. Ooh, this is heavy. It is metal. Actually really solid. Like, I expected it to be a lot lighter. This is a beast of a microphone. We also got a pop shield, got 3 cable ties, and then we got the shock mount. So we've got so much stuff here, and this is only $65. So we got the cable ties, the shock mount, the USB, which is oddly enough USB type A, which is a little weird. I'm really used to seeing like micro USB or type C, but the USB type A, which is like the printer cable, that's pretty interesting. The pop shield, microphone, clamp, and the mic arm. Like, this is so much stuff, and this all actually seems like pretty decent quality. Let's put it together and see what we got. So this is the TC40. So even though it uses an older USB cable, it was just plug and play for me. So I plugged it right in my computer. It recognized it as a microphone right away, and we were good to go. My first impression is that it looks really cool. Like, it looks very similar to the HyperX Quadcast. You cannot change the light settings. You only have this kind of rainbow mode where it's cycling through all of the different colors. But I think it looks really cool. You can also mute it by tapping the top. And when you do that, it turns red. I didn't know it was going to do that. So you can tell when you're muted and when you are recording. Very easy. You can just like that. There's no click either, so if you're live streaming, it's not going to sound weird for the viewers. And there's no latency on the headphone output, which is pretty nice. However, there's not an adjustable headphone level, so that means the only way to adjust it is to adjust the gain on the mic and then fine-tune in your streaming or recording software. In terms of features, pretty simple. You just have the gain, the headphone jack, the mute button, and you also have this little blue indicator light to let you know it's working. But the fact that it comes with all of this equipment is really cool. And this is a condenser microphone, which means it's going to pick up pretty much everything around it. So I could be talking a little bit more this way, and it's still going to sound pretty clear. You're going to know I'm not talking right into the microphone, but it should still come through pretty well. And even if I'm talking this way, it should be able to pick me up pretty well. And from what I can tell in the headphones, it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to turn up a little bit and kind of hear what it sounds like when it peaks. So headphone warning for you guys. This is me talking with it at 50%, and I'm about 5 inches away from the mic. I'm really just curious to see what it sounds like when it clips and how close we can get to the microphone without it clipping. It looks like it's actually doing a pretty good job of not clipping, and I've got it at about 75% right now. I'm going to keep turning it up. It's actually really loud in my headphones right now. Okay, there's the clipping. I can hear the clipping right about there. Yeah, there we go. That doesn't sound great. But we have it about 75%, and I'm very, very close to the mic. So you actually have a pretty good range at which you can adjust it where you can still sound pretty good. So you can really fine-tune it to your liking. So for $60, I am very impressed with everything it came with. Like, I would expect this arm and shock mount to be like $30-ish alone, somewhere in that ballpark. And the microphone sounds pretty good. It seems like decent quality. I was expecting like a very cheap plastic toy feeling microphone, but it's actually pretty solid and sturdy. Now, before I take a listen to see how it sounds and give my final thoughts, I'm going to go through some sentences that are good for mic checks. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. 2 blue fish swam in the tank. It snowed, rained, and hailed in the same morning. So I'm going to take a listen to everything I just recorded and then give you my final thoughts. So I took a listen to the microphone, and I'm impressed. I was really expecting it to sound like how I would expect a $20 microphone to sound because it has like $40 or so worth of extras with it. But it sounds a lot better than a lot of the cheap mics I've used over the years. And taking a look at the specs, it really checks out. It's got a 192 kHz sample rate and 24-bit depth, which is pretty impressive out of a cheaper microphone. For example, the Blue Yeti microphone, which is a staple for so long, actually only recorded at a 16-bit depth rate and 48 kHz sample frequency. But it sounds surprisingly good, looks pretty cool, and comes with its own mic arm. For $60, I really wouldn't have thought that was possible. Really, my only complaints are that it's USB Type-A and that it doesn't have a headphone output level. Other than that though, if you are on a budget and looking for an all-in-one condenser microphone and you like how it looks, I couldn't recommend this more. So let me know your thoughts on the microphone. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.